from Firefox or from a Firefox user that browser security warning was basically stopping them from getting into this secure website at LocalSupport at harrowcn.org.uk. So if we just go into Pivotal Tracker, just bring up the story. And I'll show you the error message that we got. It's here. It starts off with untrusted connection, but if you click on this yellow triangle, you see the detail. Invalid security certificate, not trusted because no issuer chain was provided. Error code, security error, unknown issuer. So let's it'll take us a minute or two for Source Labs to fire up, but let's go for a slightly older version of Windows. A smaller screen because there won't be room. And let's go for the most now it says Windows XP, it'll actually be Windows Server 2003 that fires up, but let's go for a recent version of Firefox, and we'll put www.harrowcn.org.uk, and just not quite sure what that means there, don't gather assets. So that will take a few minutes for the Windows container to fire up. Now, before we use it, we'll go into Tools, which is called Options on Windows. Advanced, and there's some detail about certificates. If we look for RM certificate provider, it's start.com. Now, it already has this Class 1 Primary Intermediate certificate there because I went directly to the website. And of course it fired up OK without any errors. So I'm going to delete that. It'll go away. And reload the browser. Yeah. Reload's fine. So that is working. Even though the intermediate certificate doesn't seem to have loaded yet. It's kind of interesting. Now, let's stop that. Shut down that test. Right, it seems to be still running. Right, it has finished. Start a new one. But let's just do it on Google. And let's stick with the same version. Now, what I'm interested in looking at is what happens with the start.com certificate before I visit Harris again. Source Labs is starting up pretty fast today, but obviously it's still a bit sluggish for the graphics, which are coming all the way from somewhere in North America. The intermediate certificate isn't there. No, I think this is a modal dialog, and I don't think. I can go back to the main page now. And that loads successfully. Not sure how to. Well, let's go to the other window. Certificate Manager. Not quite sure why my first window was gone, but anyway, it still doesn't show there. But it's loading successfully. Those things are identified directly. So that's the main certificate. Now I seem to be to. I don't want a new session just yet. show how to cancel that, but I don't want it. And where has the browser gone? It's only there twice. Um, no, it doesn't quite work. Um, It's just now starting. I'll just stop it. 2. And remember not to minimize windows. Oops. Right, that's over. We'll just go to that. You want to start one more session. This time I'll go with an old Firefox. And I'll go to HTTP. I will just go to arrowcn.org.uk. See how it negotiates it. Seems to be secure. Double click on that. You've added a security exception for this site. How? Issued by the intermediate certificate. We'll look at the details when we see the certificate. Chain maybe. Yeah, we've seen 3 certificates. Boom. Class 1 primary intermediate server. So I'm not sure what it means by a security exception, but it seems to work. So that's the end with that for now. And let's leave that for now. What am I looking for finally? in VirtualBox. Now, before I go into this, let's see, let's snapshot that. Well, let's launch this. Now I have increased the memory from the basic, so it's quite a big one. So it's got enough room to run the graphics. Now let's have a look at what's going on here. Oh, it doesn't make my window any bigger. I'm not worried about any of that. Now, I'm annoyed that it doesn't fit in that way. Tools. It's not the right tools. Ah, these are the tools I want. Preferences. Advanced. Certificates. View certificates. What we've got here, yes, we don't have the intermediate certificate. So let's see what happens. We will go to About Firefox just to see what version we've got. Version 25. Pretty old since we're on 29 now. We'll go to harrowcn.org.uk. And that loads OK. Click on it. Looks OK too. we've got a certificate as before, signed by the primary certificate. The whole hierarchy up there, signed by the primary intermediate and then by the CA. Right, so that's all working well. And I think that is it. But I'm going to go back here and see if that has loaded now. Let's click that. Review certificates all over again. Yep, the intermediate one is now showing as having been loaded. So that's one to delete to see if your certificate chain is causing the bug. But we can delete that here as many times as we want. I'll do it here. And you find, hopefully, that this still loads. And it does. It's still secure. Still covered by certificates. Same certificate chain as before. And certificate manager at the moment isn't showing it. But in fact it's reloaded that primary intermediate certificate server. So that's basically it, covered. And let's stop the virtual machine. Pause, reset, or shut down. No, just shut will do. And let's stop the Hangout. Thanks for watching.